Welcome back everyone to another video, and today we will be talking about a different kind of a Linux based operating system. This one is called the Clear Linux project. Now it's by our very own processor manufacturing company Intel. So Intel decided to dive into the Linux operating system gig and try to create what they think would be the best Linux operating system. Not best in a overall case, but best in a very specific case of mostly like cloud computing and containers and all of that kind of stuff. So let's go ahead and take a look at what this project actually is. Now, first of all, why they created this project is that they wanted to optimize the Linux kernel and the user space for their own processors. Now this OS has been tested on i5s and i7s. I could not however get it to boot properly on my up board, which uses an Intel Atom. So it really shows that they are gearing it towards the higher end and the workstation grade market. So this is not something like Ubuntu that is more derived towards more focused towards developers, but this is more focused towards system administrators and people who are into cloud computing and their systems. So first of all, they have quite a few benchmarks. Now when I say optimize, have optimized it very much, but it's still a work in progress. So not all of the benchmarks say that it's the best, but it is there in the top 3 or top 5 most of the times. So as you can see in the first benchmark, it shows in the third position, but in one of the subsets of the same benchmark, it actually shows it at the top and by a lot of margin. So yes, they have optimized quite a bit, but there's more to this operating system. So first of all, let's go ahead and take power on our virtual machine and take a look of what it really looks like. So first I would like to talk about the installation process. Now the installation process is pretty simple. They have a installer image, you install it to a USB drive, boot it up and install the operating system. Now the installer itself, dare I say, is and looks a bit industrial. Now of course we can see from that it is geared towards mainframe and workstations, and yes, it is a very industrial look, kind of like a pseudo GUI thing going on there with the gray and white text and stuff like that. One of the issues I initially had was with the network detection. It would always say that it has failed to detect a network, and since the installer does not have all the resources to install, it is dependent upon the network to actually install the operating system itself. But more or less it did work. I had to do some changes here and there. At the end of the day, it did install and I can show you guys it working. So let's go ahead and boot it up on our virtual machine, which is right there. And so as you can see, it's like it's very bare bones for now. I haven't installed a GUI system, but I'll do this and I'll do install one and I'll show you why I haven't installed it already. It's very interesting. This is the part where the operating system really comes on to its own. So let me just log in right there. Alright, so we have logged in. So first take a look at the kernel version. Now it happens to be the very latest one, 4.9, and so they are working right up to the point where the Linux actually is not like a bit behind or something like that. They are right there at 4.9, and probably 4.10 follows up pretty soon. So here is where this operating system is different from other distributions. Now, unlike other distributions where you need to install individual programs using apt, yast, zyper, yum, dnf and all of that stuff, but here you install bundles. So everything comes in its own bundle with similar softwares and required softwares. So I'll just switch to this kind of a split screen mode for a second so that I can show you guys pretty well. So here are the bundles. So let's go ahead and see how it looks like to install a GUI. Now let's scroll right down where we have our GUI systems, and here you can see we just have a called Xface for desktop. We are not going to install that, although that also on in itself contains a lot of programs. Now here you can see the GitHub page, and you can see all of the programs that are available in this bundle. But let's go up and to OS Utils GUI. Now this installs everything from Xserver to Xorg, X11 desktop environments to Xface and other stuff, Windows managers and everything like that. So here you can see we have GNOME, we have Mesa, so it also installs the GPU driver and the video buffer driver for x86, and of course our Xface desktop manager and Xface Windows Manager 4. So we'll go ahead and install this particular bundle. So it's pretty simple. Just go ahead and type sudo if you are not root, and then swupd bundle add, and then what bundle you want to add. So in this case, os utils GUI. Press enter and it will start installing the whole bundle. So we have a bunch of bundles here. We will also try the development one, which contains all the Python things and all of that stuff. Then we have for OpenStack, if you are into container and cloud based computing. There's IoT bundles, there's KVM bundles. So it's really in a very modular format. And the best part about it is, if you want to uninstall a specific bundle, say you have to clear up some memory and you want to install specific bundles, to do that you need to uninstall specific components, and some of them are not linked in as a dependency of the said component. So you need to find out and watch which bundle you need to uninstall, and this helps with that. So I can just go ahead and do remove bundle or bundle remove, whatever the command is, and then just go like os utils GUI. So it will completely remove the whole GUI package and leaving nothing behind. So, and also during the installation process, if you want to install a graphical user interface in, say, a bare bones system, like it's like now, if you have ever used Arch Linux, you would know that you need to have a whole length of string there with individual packages at times, and that could be a bit tiresome. So it's working kind of like task cell for Debian and Ubuntu, but it's just built in and it's the core feature of the operating system. Now during the installation phase, you would also have noticed that everything was in the form of a bundle. So there was a boot bundle, there was a kernel bundle, and there was a OS core bundle. So all of these bundles paired together make up the operating system, and that's how it works. Apart from that, we can also install, probably I have not tested it yet, RPM packages, because I did see the RPM command present. So I guess we can theoretically install those packages. So let's just see for a moment how this installs. It will take its time. I'll skip ahead and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so looks like we are done with the installation of our GUI. So it would be very simple. Start X and we should have our user interface up and running. So I did also install earlier the VirtualBox drivers, so I think it should work fine. Yes, the mouse is working pretty fine. Let's go ahead and see what all we can get. So yeah, it's a very simple user interface, nothing special there, but it's mostly in the type of packages we have. And I'm just trying to get the resolution a bit low so I can properly show you guys what's happening. Display. Alright, so I think I'll expand this up. So this is what our desktop looks like right now. So as you can see, we do not have anything for GCC. Python works, but GCC is not present. I guess that's the case why it's not giving me a command not found. And so let's go ahead and try to install GCC. Let's check what bundle we'll have to use. I'll just do a simple Control F and GCC. Alright, so it seems that the bundle we'll have to install is the C basic bundle. So let's go ahead and install that and see how it goes. We can also, to get GCC, we have OS Core Dev, C basic, and a couple more. So it doesn't really matter. Just if you want GCC, search for one bundle and I think you'll get to it. I guess there is a better way to search, but I'm not aware of it right now. So let's just go ahead, since we need just GCC, go ahead and install that. So sudo swupd and bundle add C basic, and that should give us GCC. So let's wait and see what happens. Alright, so the bundle has been installed. Let's go ahead and check GCC, and we have GCC. I guess version would be that. So I'll go ahead and try to do a bit complicated thing and try to get GL Mark 2 to work and have some GUI tests going on. So it's going to be a bit difficult because you cannot have individual packages. You have to check which package contains what and then install the particular packages. So I'll just see if that works out and I'll get back to you. Alright, so it's been about an hour since I've left it, and this is what I've returned to. There are just a bunch of files missing and it's just giving out errors. So I was trying to install some of the packages and it seems that it's not really working that well right now. Um, so the bundle system in itself is a good thought. It's very refreshing to see a Linux based operating system taking a new look at package management and stuff like that, because we've had Debian and RPM and Pacman for way long period of time and similar package managers, but this is a new take. It's yet to see how well it works out to be. Right now it's not going on very well. I'm having like a bunch of errors and it's been going on for hours like this. I thought I could wait it out, but it's not really working that well for me right now. Apart from that, yes, it's as I said, good take on a Linux based operating system, and Intel is obviously doing its job. Maybe I'll do a revisit to this operating system in the future when I think it's good to go back and it's stable enough and it boots on a proper system. So right now, as I said, I tried to boot it on the upboard and it didn't work, and my system has a graphic card in it, so it won't run that well, as it's only designed for Intel based GPUs that use the Mesa driver. So you know, your Intel HDs and all that sort of jazz. So this was it about Clear Linux project. So let me know in the comments down below what you all think about this project, and will you in the future, when it's stable enough, use it as a daily driver, and is it actually convenient to have a bundle system rather than individual packages. So thank you so much for watching this video. Please like this if you liked it and subscribe to this channel for more updates, and I'll catch you all in the next one.